Yo, we are back. Today we're talking about something I think applies to everyone. So, you might take your life. Things are going well. Things are probably going well most of the time, and then all of a sudden, for a few days, you feel like you're in a bit of a slump. Maybe it's just a minor one, and then you're like, where did this even come from? Nothing's gone tragically wrong. What's going on? So I like to look at this and kind of use a gardening analogy, right? You do all your gardening, you leave it, and then, I don't know, a month's time, it's kind of grown out a bit, it's looking a bit disordered, it's a bit all over the place compared to where you left it. It's like, oh, what happened? Now, if we relate this back into your life habits, I think this pretty much explains what happens precisely, right? You might have all these habits in place and all these routines, but your brain and just your subconscious really will always default to what's more comfortable and what's easier. So if you take your habits, maybe you're really disciplined, but over time, very minor concessions, but those kind of compound over time, you start doing what's a bit more comfortable, and all of a sudden your really regimented routines and habits have started to change a little bit. They've become a little bit easier, and usually in becoming easier, they've become less effective. So it feels like, okay, maybe I'm not achieving what I need to here. Maybe I'm not progressing at the rate I used to be. In other words, you get sloppy. So if you take me, for example, maybe I'm not, I don't know, maybe my nutrition has become less dialed in. Maybe I'm not taking care of my body off the track as well. Maybe I'm procrastinating a bit on these videos. Let's see what the effect is there. Well, if my nutrition's not dialed in and I'm not taking care of my body outside of the track, then my training is going to suffer. I'm not feeling that progression. Maybe I'm procrastinating on videos. I'm not feeling that progression. So you could see how these minor concessions actually quite directly affect your mental health, right? And this is where you have to be really honest with yourself, because at a certain point, maybe when you get into these slumps, or ideally you do this before you're getting into these slumps, maybe it's a bi-weekly thing, you just write things down, tidy things up. What can I be doing a bit better? This is going to help you so much, because once you start to tidy that back up, you do your gardening, you're back on the path, which is the best for you, because you have to be honest with yourself there. If you're not and you're saying, oh, it's fine, oh, that's kind of falling apart, that's doing worse, but it's fine. I'm still doing better than most people. It's kind of a trap people fall into. It's like, oh, I'm doing better than most people. What do I need more for? But it's like, you can do so much more, and if you're being honest with yourself, you're just going to be able to, really. It's quite that simple. And I think this is where most people fall off. It's the concessions, right? This is the whole purpose of this video, right? Because those concessions, you don't even know they're happening. They're just kind of chipping away at you. It's like, oh, I'm just doing a little bit less each time, but I'm not really noticing it just because it's so gradual. And this is where people fall off. Like, if you take someone with a perfect diet, very minor concessions, but if that happens all the time, they will end up with a terrible diet just because it's a very slow decline. And if you apply that to other areas of their life, if they're not able to be honest with themselves, everything is going to deteriorate, right? So I really recommend just every few weeks, maybe every month, just write everything down. What am I doing? How can I enhance this, really, and not end up like the other person? It's like, this guy was in shape, his diet was great, he was, I don't know, really working on his projects, and all of a sudden start doing a lot of those things, maybe traded, one good habit out with a bad habit. Maybe instead of having a few drinks every few weeks, started drinking twice a week over time. Maybe it was, okay, I used to drink every 3 weeks, and then every 2 weeks, then every week, then every week heavily, and then twice a week. You see where, like, it's very minor, but it just ends up with you not doing well. And, once those things start to deteriorate as well, one by one, it starts harming your mental health. And then as soon as your mental health starts deteriorating, you have two options. You can really, follow this approach and just, knuckle down and fix the issues that are right in front of you by being honest with yourself, or, which is what some people do, unfortunately, they just seek comfort, because it's like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, I'm not happy, my mental health is suffering, let me just seek comfort to make myself feel a little bit better. And that's what people do, which is a bit of a shame. And then, seeking comfort usually is through bad habits, if we're being honest. And then those bad habits just compound on everything else that's going wrong, and things just blow up. So that's the worst position to be. So just keep that in mind. Try and be honest with yourself, evaluate everything, try and keep it dialed in, and don't let it stray too far. Keep up with your gardening. But yeah, short video today. Let me know your thoughts below. I'll see you in the next one.